What's up guys, JBRider here, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're checking out the plan balance changes of the upcoming update. I took a look at them this morning and I was like, why? Whoa, why? It is clear that the devs don't know what they're doing. Like, where do they get the feedback from? Where do they get the numbers from? Because these changes make no sense. Again, these are planned changes. Nothing is official yet. Nothing is final yet. If you want, you can test it out on the test servers. The date will be at the bottom of the page and you can go on the test server and then give them some feedback. We already gave them a lot of feedback, trust me. But yeah, so let's start off with the special parts. They're buffing the jockey cabin. Maximum bonus of the perks is gained after 8 seconds. It was 10 before. The perk bonus resets after 6 seconds. It was 4 before. I think that is completely fine. A buff is good in my opinion. The boom and the Lancelot is getting an explosion radius reduction by 28%. And check their comment. Before this change, both explosive spears were showing overestimated effectiveness. Now spears will deal damage in a more limited area, making it harder to instantly destroy an enemy vehicle. What do they think? Do they think we bring out 4 Lancelots and a cannon? No, that's not how Lancelots work. Lancelots are for builds that are like a key player on an enemy team. He's on a Punisher hover and we need to take him out. You bring your Lancelot build out. That's what it's for. It's to destroy a build in one go. Oh, am I missing something? What do you guys think? Isn't that the whole point of Lancelot build? That's for the boomstick and the Lancelot. Moving on to the Genesis, which is the microfactory for drones, like the ammo box for drones, added a 56 efficiency improvement to the list of possible upgrades. Kind of like the ammo box, which is good because, you know, I don't want to run too many Genesis. Now moving on to the epic parts, they're planning to nerf the Catalina cabin again. Mass limit reduced from 8,650 to 8,500. And the damage of all mounted weapons is initially reduced by 17% instead of 15% earlier. I mean, I don't know, man. The Catalina cabin, I know it's still powerful, but when I play, I'm like, ooh, that guy has a Catalina cabin. Let me get him first because he will become more powerful later in the match. Like, I mean, maybe I've gotten used to the Catalina that it's so powerful, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think the Catalina cabin really deserves a nerf. I mean, everybody has it now, and now they're planning to nerf it. Like, come on. They're also planning to nerf the Days module. Weapon disabling effect now lasts 1.5 seconds instead of 2, and module cooldown increased from 16 seconds to 20 seconds. That is a massive nerf. Now, I know why. Let me show you a build that I have. So this is my Trapper build, and it has a Days as well. It is everything that makes Crossout disgusting. So let me show you guys. I don't play it, but I have it just in case. So it has triple cap can. It has an Aegis bubble. It has a Daze. And it has a Griffin cabin and Chameleon. That is just absolutely disgusting. This thing is so trolly. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Skinner. It also has a Skinner. This thing is so disgusting. And people have been running builds like this. And the Daze made them extra disgusting, I guess. So I know why they want to nerf the Days. Personally, I don't use it too much. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the Days nerf? Do you think it's justified or do you think it's too much? And then we have the Lancelot. We already spoke about that. The Howl cabin is getting a buff, finally. The maximum bonus of the perk is gained after 8 seconds instead of 10 before. It should be 5 seconds, to be honest. The perk bonus is reset after 6 seconds. It was 4 before. It should be 10, to be honest. The Howl cabin is so bad. I don't know why they haven't changed it. But as soon as you're out of the player's range, the perk starts dropping immediately. And now, yeah, it will drop a little bit slower, but it should last for... It should be active once you're out of range for at least 5 seconds. I mean, like, come on, like, is that too much to ask? They're buffing the AC64 Jewel. I'm not sure why. The Jewel was fine. They're planning to increase the durability, which I don't agree with. And they're reducing the time it takes for the autocannon to cool down. With that I do agree with, because for some reason, the Jewel cooled down really, really slow. I think the terms have the same thing. They're buffing the Bigrams a little bit. Top speed increased from 45 to 55, which I am 100% okay with. Now we're moving on to the Step Spider. Oh, what? I missed this one. Their move, well, let's see. The perk now reduces rocket damage by 50%. It was 20 before. That's good. Cabin speed increased from 68 to 75. Ooh, that's good. I thought it was going to be a nerf. Mass reduced from 2,900 to 1,300. I think that's the mass of the cabin itself. Durability reduced, ooh, from 445 to 390. Not so bad. Mass limit reduced as well. Come on. Why? And power also reduced. Why? The influence of the mass acceleration reduced by 28%. Why? Why are you touching this cabin, and why are you not changing the name? You could have less. You could have. They could have left this cabin as a spider cabin and brought out a whole new cabin. Like, why would that be so hard? And give this cabin the ability for spider legs to like jump or climb obstacles because they can't climb obstacles anymore. They can't climb mountains. They removed that feature. Why are they touching stuff nobody complained about? Why? Why? I don't get it. Let's hear. Moving on to the Argus, increased range of detection and neutralization of mines and projectiles from 30 to 60 meters. That is good. The adapter's durability increased from 154 to 208. Yeah, I think all weapons that are epic should have at least 200 durability because 100 something is just awful. The GL55 impulse durability increased from 192 now. Projectile speed increase, okay. Improved accuracy, okay. Reduce the effect of vehicle speed on fire accuracy by 38%. That's okay. I think that makes it more accurate. Spread after a shot reduced by 25%. Aim speed, wow. This thing got a massive buff. Wow, okay. They were okay, but the durability was always a little bit low. Thresher is getting a damage buff by 8%. Okay, that's okay. Threshers are not amazing. Threshers struggle because they are so hard to protect and just shoot them off easily with machine guns or lasers. Now moving on to the Tusk cabin. Now the cabin's melee damage increases by 60% for every 100 meters traveled. Stacks up to 5 times. So what is it now? So on the live server, the Tusk cabin gives you 100% extra damage for every 100 meters and only stacks up to 3 times. So 300% extra damage. And with the new changes, you're going to get less damage per stack, but you'll stack higher. You'll get the same amount of damage at the end, but this is because of people playing at between 5,000 and 6,000 par score. Honestly, I have some footage of this. A squad of Tusk builds is pretty annoying, but they were not impossible to beat. And also a solo Tusk build is pretty useless, so I don't know why. The Tusk is not great. I reviewed it. It's not great. It is not that great. It did not need this nerf. Yeah, a lot of there's a group that run Tusk builds that I think Russians complained and they're gonna get them nerfed. That's just so stupid. And you know what? I have a feeling that the Russian community is the one complaining a lot about these things, and then they just come up with nerfs for them because I don't have anyone on the NA community side of things that complains about any of these things. Next up, we have the Skinner. Ooh, the Skinner is getting a massive kick in the face. While the weapon is active or while it's reloading, the active time of the other skinners is reduced by 65%. So basically, you cannot run double skinner anymore. It's kind of like the Aegis now. If you run double Aegis, the second one becomes less effective. So that's what we're going to have. 65% is a lot. It will basically grab him and release him in a few seconds. I mean, I know people hate skinner builds. Now, personally, I don't have any issues with skinners, but the thing is, I know a lot of the Clan Wars guys too, because there are builds over there that just drag you away. I've been on the receiving end. It is not fun and it is frustrating. Like, again, I have too few skinners. What am I supposed to do with the second one now? You know, stuff like that. I hate that the devs do these kind of things. Now moving on to legendary parts. The M32 Vindicator is getting a massive buff. Durability increased to 293 points. That's a lot. And the maximum protection from the perk increased from 40 to 50%. That is a lot. The thing is, nobody's using the Vindicator, so they think it's bad. But the Vindicators are actually pretty good. It does not need a nerf. It already got a nerf just recently. I think there's someone complaining about, again, like I said, someone on the Russian side complaining that, oh, it's bad, and they just buff it now. It just makes absolutely no sense. It's clear that they don't play their own game. Next up, the Yokozuna. Now the perk works similarly to the perk of the cohort. When activated, the cabin releases up to 3 drones, which increase the power of the cabin's visible allies, which is good. That's good. The Yokozuna was always kind of, mediocre. Next up, the Fortune. Now the weapon rotates around its axis. So, I mean, that's 360-degree rotation, I believe. I think that's what it means. And the rotation speed is increased by 25%. So, that's interesting. Fortune's becoming a fully rotatable weapon. The Machinist cabin is getting a buff. Tonnage increased from 9,100 to 12,000 kilograms. That is crazy. Now moving on to the Charybdis. The damage area while the perk is active is increased by 20%. So basically they're negating the perk because this thing has a perk where you get 20% less damage if you if you have the perk active. Let's see where it is. Yeah, so this thing has a perk where it gets reduced damage by 20% if the perk is active. And now they're basically removing the perk. Now moving on to the Chronos Cabin. Now taking damage does not affect the part restoration rate. They're buffing this thing for no reason. Nobody has asked for this. They're just buffing it so people get it, fuse it by the battle pass, and then in a few months they're gonna nerf it. And just like the Catalina, the Natung is getting a nerf finally. Damage reduced by 7% and perk bonus damage reduced from 100 to 80%. I still don't think that's enough, but it's a step in the right direction. The Omamori is also getting a massive nerf. So Omamori's charge now restores only when fully depleted. That basically makes it useless. That basically makes it useless. And charge volume increased from 300 to 400 points. The output of the current charge value is added to the icon. PS increased from 400 to 600. It's getting a massive nerf. Massive nerf. I personally don't agree with this nerf, but what do you guys think? Do you think it really deserves such a massive nerf? And now moving on to relics. They're doing stuff with the Scorpion again. Spread increase rate during the weapon's rotation speed is reduced by 43%. That is a buff. Aiming speed after turning or firing from the weapon is increased by 27%. They're basically just giving it massive buffs. So I can't complain there. I know a lot of Clan War guys complain about this Scorpion being too OP, but Clan War guys are going to complain about Clan War things so they get the advantage. That's how it always been. The RL9 Helicon is getting a buff as well because it was really underperforming. Durability increased to 422 points. That's good. The maximum bonus of the perk is gained after 0.75 seconds instead of 1 second earlier. They should just give it a bunch more massive buff. Explosion radius, penetration, all that good stuff. The Helicon is a relic after all. It should not be the same as a Walt. And now for all booster, acceleration efficiency increased by 15%. Now booster fuel supply is increased with the help of ammo packs and expanded ammo packs. And they changed the amount of boosts each booster has. So the white one reduced to 50 points, the blast off reduced to 65, and the Hermes reduced to 80 points. I'm not a booster user, so I'm not sure if these changes are good or not. I'm assuming they're not, but having ammo like give you more fuel, that is kind of cool. They're also making a bunch of changes to the co-driver. So for the Billy perk, change the weapon rotation bonus to 10% increase weapons durability, which is good. Self-destruct damage increased from 5 to 30%, which is also pretty good. For the Yuki co-driver, the passive skill isolated system now reduces the strength of slowing effect by 40% instead of 20%. That is also pretty good. For Phobos co-driver, the passive skill Signal Jammer now reduces the invisibility detection range by 20% instead of 10 before. And that's pretty much it. And then they show you guys how to get in the test server. All right, guys. Well, those are the planned changes. What do you guys think? Do you really think we need all this? Do you think it came from the Russian side of things? Because this makes no sense. I don't think these nerfs are necessary. I like the buffs. The buffs are good. But the nerf to Lancelot's like, really? You know, really? Why? I don't know, man. Personally, I don't agree with them. I'll leave my thoughts in the forums, I guess. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. Peace.